Hello, I am Umbrenero and welcome back to Umbrenero's Life. Today's video is my December 2025 plan with me. So, like I've done all year, I have decided my themes based off of random ETB boxes I have. So, for the last month of 2025, we're going with Silver Tempest. As you can see, it's more monochromatic with like a navy blue and just some shiny elements and crystals on the box, which I do use as a design element throughout. So let's get into it with our monthly calendar. Unlike November, I kept this one very minimal, and I actually stretched it across both pages here. So Wednesday, because I like doing my calendars from Sunday to Saturday, is going across the middle, which is fine because there really isn't much that gets put into my monthly calendar. Like, when I throw the holidays onto it, it'll be fine because I have the space. So, first things first is I went through and drew in the lines for this area. And yes, I had sketched this all out in pencil in advance because it was one of those days where I just wanted to get stuff done and get stuff done how I wanted it. I did not use a ruler again because I'm not being perfect. And with that done, I had to erase some pencil lines that were here because with some things I'm adding, I don't need these pencil marks coming through the paper that I printed my little design elements on and my title for the month. So I had pre-cut them out, pre-colored my design elements, and I just wanted to make it as quick and simple as I could. So I kind of made the crystals look like the ones that were on the ETB for Silver Tempest. But we're going right into my habit tracker because I am using that for December like I did for November. And this one, I'm not exactly sure what habits I'm going to be tracking as of the time of getting this all set up. So I wanted to give myself space in case I have more habits than I did from November. So hurry up, pasted it in my little title for the page. And now to actually go and number all of the rows. And I decided not to print out the numbers for this month because just pasting those in would have taken a long time and I did not want to fight with that. And then from November, I brought this little element of highlighting every other row. The colors I used were a little darker than I had hoped, but they're gonna work for what I want to do. Because this gray here that I'm using is a bluish undertone, which works good for this theme. And I will say, at the end of putting in all of these column lines, some of them were not perfectly straight. But that happens. but it gives me a good idea where each row is at a quick glance. I was going to stop there, but it's like, I don't know if I'm going to have more things, so let's add more. But that was it for the habit tracker. Quick, easy. Added in a gem just to bring that design element into it. Up next is my goals and things and my dad's things. And very, very simple layout, because this doesn't need to be overly decorated. Very simple with what it is. Put the header for the goals and things section on top, and I put the header for my dad's things on the bottom. Just easier and quicker, especially having these pre-made and typed up this month. Then I just added in a couple little gemstones here and there that I had done. I could have trimmed the outer paper a little more, but I was not going to be overly perfect and do that. Also, my scissors were acting weird, so I just left it as it was. Up next is the monthly tarot for December. And this one, I did like how I have done a lot of the calendars this year, with the 4 columns on the left, 3 on the right for the calendar. And I figured this was the best way to fill this space. And the nice thing is, I can add the design elements into the white space that remained. So for the vertical lines, I used the dark navy color. And then for all the horizontal lines, I used a gray because I just wanted to carry the theme and colors throughout the entire spread, like I have been doing for all of the pages. After a very, very quick erase, it was time to start sticking in the elements that I was going to need. First off is the header for this section. And yes, it's the same size roughly as my December header, but that happens. And then I stuck in a few of the gemstones just to add that element throughout the month. Well, not the month, throughout the page. And now on to the weekly log. So, because the first week of December, with how I like doing my calendars, has 6 days, I decided, alright, this week I am just gonna set up as 6 days. Quick, simple, good enough. And then all of the rest were gonna be my 4 days on the left side, 3 days on the right, and then 1 empty space to use however I feel that week. So I went through with the navy blue marker and just started drawing a whole bunch of lines. And obviously the last week doesn't get the lines on both pages because since I do Sunday to Saturday, there's only 4 days for the last week. And then here on the first week, I started writing in a very certain font because I was using the wrong end of my marker. I realized it very, very quickly after doing Monday and said, yep, I am swapping to the other end for the rest of the days of the month because this is not how I wanted this to look. And I was able to go a lot faster with how I wanted to have it look with the fine point. But I threw in the rest of the days, didn't miss anything, and we were pretty much good. And I made sure I didn't skip a page because we all know I've done that before. I've done that a few times. And I wanted to end the year without a major oops. But now I wanted to bring a couple of the little gem elements into a few of these pages. So in that big empty space on the lower right page, I just stuck in a gem. And having these pre-colored and mostly cut out was very helpful because then I wasn't having to do all of that while putting everything into the journal. But next is our migration page. And with it being the end of year, I wanted it to have some options. So first things first, put in the title. And then I put in my decorations. Because I was debating still how I wanted my layouts to go. So put in the decorations and I was going to figure out as I went. And I decided on basically having my migration section have 3 sections. I have 2 columns and then an empty space at the bottom, which has a use. So the column on the right is quick things that I just need to take care of, like to-dos. The column on the left, that's going to be in the gray, is things that are going to get moved forward, stuff like that. And the bottom area is just an area to plan out stuff that might be coming up. So quick and easy. In all, I do like December's layout a lot more than November. I think it's actually going to be more useful and just, it's going to be nice. So, thank you for watching me this year with my 2025 Plan With Me's. And join me next year where we're going to start doing some different themes. And I can say, I'm not sure what they all are as of right now. So, thanks for watching, and until next time, I am Umbrenero. Bye!